right, Sagittariuses, you've gone through some moves and some changes with grace as usual, with optimism as usual, with excitement. Spirit and universe, what are the messages, advice, and guidance for Sagittariuses, right? Not that anything ever gets you down. Not for long anyway. So, I may have spoken too soon. You are still entrenched in this Cancerian emotional tsunami waves that are like crashing, making everybody crash and burn. However, in your typical Sagittarian fire sign fashion, you are not afraid to make decisions, rash or not. Perfect. Right? There's new love. Could be the reemergence of old love. Someone could be coming back. Could be moving slower this time. However, be careful. Be careful. This is a sneaky energy. It doesn't necessarily mean lying, cheating, stealing. Yeah, on the base level it does, but it means overconfidence. So don't be overconfident in this person. Don't be overconfident that this slow movement that's taking place will result in anything completely stable. At least just keep your wits about you. I mean, you are, because we have the Page of Swords. Or there could be an air sign that is heavily watching you. So let's say that that's not the case. And let's do this reading in terms of, I'll touch on that, yes, but let's do this in terms of your energy, all right? So you're making swift decisions, maybe a little too rashly. That's why there's this air of overconfidence here. So with that being said, could be jumping into a relationship. In terms of advice, what needs to take place, Sagittarius, is slower movement. Right? Not your style. Quite boring, frankly, to you. But maybe sleep on it for a weekend before making that, phone call or that angry text or that super flirty text. Just pause a little bit. Because what we see here is 10 of Swords, 4 of Swords, Sun reversed. This is telling you what I just said here. You need to slow down, sort your thoughts before acting. If you act rashly with a little bit too much confidence that it's going to result in a certain way, you could end up with a broken heart. You'll get over it quickly, but you're not going to get what you want. If you slow down a little bit, really sort out your thoughts. You see how organized these are? You see how she's hiding behind this building, taking a breather, making sure she has all her ducks in a row first? Right? Do that. Do that. You still might not get what you want, but then at least you won't blame yourself for acting too quickly or saying too much or whatever. Right? Make this a little bit more of a healthy reaction here with this Devil card reversed. It can be healthy. There's something going on here, though, because there's no messages coming. You're not at the end of a phase. You're almost there. Somebody could be spying. You're not overworked necessarily. You're definitely open. So, I think this has really a lot to do with kind of one scenario for you, Sagittarius, where I think you're going to react a certain way, and then I think you're going to regret it, and it's going to cause what potentially could be a positive situation and entering into a new phase. It's going to cause that to pause and halt. And it doesn't mean that in September it's not going to turn around and start going and being good again, or be given another chance. It doesn't mean that at all, but you know, you being a fire sign, it could feel like completely devastating when in fact it's not that serious of a situation, but it could feel that way. And then there's a lot of regret that can take place, although I don't see any cards of regret here, so that's good. But there could be a lack of something progressing, and it really could really impact you. And you don't want to feel like that. It's not a fun place to be. In fact, I think we've all kind of already been there over the past month. So take a moment and pause. Okay? It doesn't have to be all sunshine and rainbows all the time, every day. You know, and don't take offense that I said that either. It's just slow down a little bit with this particular situation. And leave your comments below, because I don't know what this situation is, and I don't know if, you know, other people could benefit from your comments. So if you're dealing with one person or a decision to react a certain way to one thing, this could be about one thing that you say, one thing that you decide quickly to do that could cause this ripple effect that will last a couple weeks and it will just suck. So this is important because while somebody, an air sign, could be spying on you, they could have cheated, they could be now spying on you, they could have broken your heart. Yes, this can also be speaking to you, Sagittarius, and what that is saying, what the Page of Swords really means, aside from cheating, which everybody just says it's cheating card, or I mean the spying card, it actually means gathering information, standing up, giving yourself a vantage point, i.e. time to sort your thoughts, giving yourself a vantage point so you can see all aspects of the situation, and then give yourself time to sort those thoughts out before reacting. This allows you to react, I don't want to say appropriately, because that's implying that you do inappropriate things, but I'm not saying that you do. But it gives you time to really get all the bearings, see them all, and where everybody stands, so you can maneuver through them and to them in a way that will be received well. All right? So give yourself a real fighting chance with this by slowing down this month, by really thinking through things. This says you're not going to do it, and you're going to think after the fact. Okay? I'm going to be very clear. This says potentially rushing into a relationship or back into a relationship, something that hurt you deeply, and then there's going to be this moment where you're like, shit, shouldn't have done that. And then you have to deal with all the fallout after that. All right? You don't want to do that. It's not fun to do that. Let's clarify some things. Let's clarify this dastardly card. Look at this grin on his face too. What a dick. He knows. He's like, but he's gonna get caught. That's why he drops 2 swords. Overconfidence, gonna get caught, footsteps leading away. You know? Doesn't care though. Doesn't care. Alright. Please clarify this 7 of Swords for Sagittariuses. The only card that like actually represents you is this 10 of Wands and this Sun card, and they're both reversed. So this being reversed is good because you're not overburdened or feeling overworked, which can actually cause you to make snap decisions because you're like just typically like to be out and about, staying busy all the time. So if there's a lull, sit in that lull. 7 of Swords. Please clarify the 7 of Swords for Sagittarius. Yeah. Yes. Okay? Don't run over and say hi. Don't run over and invite to come along with you. Don't be so rash and overly friendly with this person, with this situation. Keep your wits about you. If you've gone through this because of this, don't say hi. Okay? Don't let them in on that you're going on this journey. Right? Oh, hi neighbor. Yeah, sure, yeah. I'm not going to be home for a month because I'm going down to 3 villages away so I can spend time with friends and family. Meanwhile, they go rob your house because they know you're gone. Right? TMI, man. TMI. Don't do it. Let's clarify this Page of Swords. Actually, let's clarify this Ten of Swords. Please clarify this Ten of Swords for Sagittarius. One more. Yeah, this is resulting in a lack of bounty, a lack of stability. All right? Don't do it. Don't do it. Page of Swords. Please clarify this Page of Swords. Very likely could be dealing with an air sign. Be very conscientious. This is a control freak. This is a manipulator. All right? Not necessarily emotional, but definitely psychological. So be very conscientious. Keep your wits about you. Don't be overly open. Don't be TMI with them. Oh man, now you've got me nervous. Let's pull some outcome cards. Sagittarius. Okay. Look at his eyes even. You see him? He's looking over this way. He's like, shit, I should have thought about that. Yeah, I should have paused. Look at what it did before. Now it's doing it again. I'm not taking those. Advice and guidance and outcome messages for Sagittarius. Advice and guidance and outcome messages. Okay, cool. Good. Feeling left out in the cold or left in dire straits. No regrets. All right, so it's not... This could be that they don't have regrets, but this could mean that you aren't going to have regrets because, again, you being so optimistic and social and energetic, those are really good things and they do serve you well in life. They very much serve you well, Sagittarius, okay? It's not like you're ignorantly just like running to and fro. I mean, you're very intelligent, but I think you're maybe what's going to happen, this is saying that you're going to maybe just rush in, give this one more try, and then realize that you either shouldn't have or that you at least finally got your answer that yes, 100%, it was them, not me. Yeah, it takes two to tango and all that, but you may be just trying to give this one last go and you'll see if they do it again. They will. You'll say, now I can just wash my hands of this bullshit. Now I really 100% saw them for who they are. And now enter somebody stable. Okay, so maybe that's why you're not regretting. There's still going to need to be healing that goes along with it. But this card also means that you're maintaining belief in love. So again, there's your optimism shining through. Okay, so no matter what I say here, at the end of the day, you're always going to have that. And it serves you well. Because look, healing, emotional abundance, love, with potentially an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So you might be giving something one last shot, expecting it to go shitty. It does. No big surprise. I can at least sleep at night because I said what I needed to say and I did what I needed to do. I gave it my best and now I have this much better offer. So despite all the other negative stuff that I said, if you do go down that route, which, you know, you should think first, heavily think first, don't TMI, but if you do, it's going to definitely turn out okay. Lesson learned, wiping my hands of you, okay, cool, enter somebody loyal, somebody trustworthy, somebody honest, somebody stable. All right? See, Sagittariuses, this is your energy. You see how even when it gets bad, it still can be good? That doesn't happen for everybody. I will say that. All right. I love you. Thank you. Bye.